Hello, beautiful people. It is me, Tasha K with Goddess Day, and I am so excited to be live streaming again today because that means I didn't quit. I didn't give up, even though yesterday made me like so uncomfortable. But it is what it is. I'm here to let you know that despite our economy today, despite what's going on, despite inflation, you are not helpless. You are not hopeless. You are not powerless. You have everything that you need to take control of your financial future and create the future that you deserve and that you desire. Today, we're going to be talking about 7 ways to save for the holidays. And this is really, really heavy on my mind and heavy on my heart right now because we are living in times of super high inflation. And when inflation is high, what does that mean? That means that spending should be low. When inflation is high, spending should be low because that means that you are giving away your money, you're giving away your savings, you're giving away your investments, all of the work that you did and everything that you worked so hard for, all the assets that you built. Every single time that you spend money in a high inflation economy, baby, you are giving it away. So, I want to talk to you today about how you can get very, very smart about your gift giving. Yesterday, we talked about how to be smart about your Christmas planning, but today we're going to talk specifically about saving. Now, I was watching some videos and I heard something that I have never heard before. There are 4 types of gifts that you should be thinking about giving people. It is like, something that you want, something that you need, something to wear, and something to read. Have you guys heard of that before? Have you heard about those 4 specific gift designations? Something you want, something you need, something to wear, and something to read. So when you are getting inside of that gift giving mood, when you're thinking about what is it that you want to get people, it is helpful if it falls within one of the 4 categories. And if you have kids, you want to make sure, and you're getting gifts for your kids. When you're thinking about getting the gifts, you want to have something in each of those categories. So in my mind, that makes it super easy because every kid, you get them 4 gifts: something they want, something they need, something to wear, something to read. Boom, you're done. But today we're talking about not just the different categories of gift giving. We're talking about what do you do to make sure that when Christmas time is here, which is the best time of the year. I love Christmas. Now, don't get me wrong, when it comes to gift giving, baby, I want you to opt out, okay? I want you opting out of being caught up in the consumer mindset because consumer culture around the holidays and a high inflation economy, oh, it's eating up your savings, it's eating up your investments because most people don't take the time to save. They're not intentional about their gift giving. So the reality is that we're talking about 7 ways to save today, but it's already too late because Christmas time is already here. So I'm not talking to you about necessarily saving for this upcoming Christmas. I'm talking to you about saving for next Christmas. Okay, so I want you thinking about, okay, this Christmas is already here. It's already going to be what it's going to be. But what are we about to do for next Christmas? How can we make that more intentional? How can we make sure that we're not overspending, that we're not blowing our budget, that we're not going into debt? Yesterday, I told you guys that 33% of people go into debt for the holiday season. And I said it yesterday, and I'm going to say it again. It ain't ever that serious. Okay, repeat after me. It is never that serious where you have to go into debt to give somebody a gift. That is not love, right? So I know I'm beating this horn and this drum, and I'm gonna keep beating it because back in the day, our parents weren't able to spend money that they didn't have. So we weren't even thinking about, whether gift giving wasn't a sign of status because a lot of people weren't even able to give because our parents and our parents' parents didn't have access to the money or the opportunities that we have access to today. And so, since we have access to money and we have access to opportunities, we think that we can spend it. But what happens is our parents weren't worried about if they were able to give everybody and their mama a gift because they were baking cookies. They were helping people. We think that, we're too good to go and help somebody who is depressed, right? And they need our help. And we, instead of gifting service, we gift them something that they don't care about when really they need us to come help them clean their house. Okay. We gift our friends a purse when what they really need is somebody to watch their kids for date night so them and they bae can go out because they never get a chance to do so. So a lot of times we're gifting people our finances when they really need our love and when they really need our connection and when they really need our presence, right? So, I know that this is supposed to be 7 ways to save for gifts, and I'm definitely going to get to that, but I'm going to continue, right? If we're talking about how is it that how do we get you to 6-figure wealth, $10,000 at a time? Because you guys know that's my ultimate goal. I want you to be wealthy. Okay. And with that, a lot of times it comes sacrifices. And so if we're looking at why is it that we're making money? Why is it that we have access to resources? Why is it that we're hitting 6 figures, but we still don't have significant assets? And the reason is because while our parents didn't have money, they also weren't spending money. We are spending money and we're giving away our wealth. We're giving away the money that should be translated into assets, and we're spending it on companies and helping them build their empires in ways that don't even serve us at the end of the day. However, now there's 2 instances where I want you to really pick up your wallet and spend some money. And those 2 instances are, number 1, if somebody in your life has a love language of gifts, don't be over here trying to give them no sentimental card just because you think that that's something that they should have or because I said that it's cute. Don't do that. If their love language is actually receiving a gift, if you can come up off that money or get creative and give that person a gift, something that they actually want, something that they actually need, something that they could wear or something that they can read, gift them a gift. Don't be trying to get sentimental. This is not the time for that if their love language is an actual gift. Now, on the other hand, if the person in question is a child, and said child has a hard or rough life, you know that their parents haven't prepared to give them a good Christmas. You know that they've been dealing with lack throughout the entire year. If you know that, get that baby a gift. I don't want to hear about you contributing to their emergency fund or supporting their financial future. There is a time and a place, and this is neither the time nor the place. Get that baby a gift. All children deserve to be able to experience the magic of Christmas. So in those 2 instances, I'm going to need you to throw everything I just said out the window and get them some gifts. Outside of that, I'm going to ask that we consider, you don't have to listen to me. I'm not trying to push this on you, but I just want you to consider opting out. All right, let's jump into it. Christmas holiday saving tip number 1. If you are a person who uses cash, every time you break that cash, you probably put it inside of your car in the dash or inside of the middle part. You put all your change right there. Grab up that middle change and put it in something like this, or ideally something bigger. I have like a lot of these, so mine are small. This one says snack savings. I got this from Dollar Tree. Back when your girl was broke, and I mean like broke, back in 2018, 2019, where I was only eating 1 meal a day because that's all I could afford, and I called it intermittent fasting. Back in those days, I kept a change jar, and these jars would come in handy when I needed something and I didn't necessarily have the cash for it. So if you're saving for Christmas and you're a person who uses cash, baby, get you one of these and fill it up, or get you a bigger one. My mom used to use the big pickle jars, and she used to fill up those, fill it up, and then cash it out. And once you cash it out, that can be a portion of your Christmas money. And hear me when I say this might not look like a lot. I have a lot of them down there, but they add up very quickly. Now, once you have more money, you probably don't need to save like this. But if you are living paycheck to paycheck and you don't necessarily have cash money to save, every time you break a dollar, put it in this, and it'll add up before you know it, because you're spending more than you think you do. So every time you spend, put some money away to give as well. Okay, so that's tip number one. Number two, if you are not spending cash, because most of us are not, then this is what I want you to do. Go look at your bank account, look at their savings option, and most banks have an option for the roundup rule. And when you use the roundup rule, it's pretty much the same as what I just talked about. Every time you spend money, it's going to round up to the nearest dollar, and then they're going to take that money out of your checking account and put it into your savings account. When this happens, what I need you to do is not think that that's just money for you to just go and spend. I want you to put that money aside for your future Christmas fund. Like I said before, Christmas comes on the same exact day every single year. It is never, ever, ever a surprise. And so when we do this, it allows us to make sure that we have the money that we want to be able to ball out in the ways that we want, especially on children and especially on people whose love language is gifts. If the love language ain't gifts, baby, get in there and do some service. Get in there and do some connection. Get in there and show some love. Get in there and show some acknowledgement. Write a poem, make a song, make a piece of art, do something. Okay, where is I don't know where my notebook is. Okay, number three. The third thing that I want you to do is start planning for next Christmas now. Don't start planning for next. I know we're in Christmas time, and when January comes, if I start saying, okay, guys, let's start planning for next Christmas, y'all not gonna listen to me, because Christmas time is already gone. Once Christmas is one of those things, like on January 1st, it's like literally done. We're not thinking about it anymore. So what I want you to do is, while we're still in the Christmas spirit, start thinking about Christmas for next year. And when you do that, if you already start thinking about, okay, this is who I'm going to get Christmas gifts for, this is my budget for each one, this is how much I want to save, I call it making your list and checking it twice. Make your list and check it twice and do it now. Don't wait until November of next year to start planning for Christmas of that year. It doesn't make any sense. So now you have your list, you checked it twice, and all throughout the year, there's going to be sales. There's going to be things that you see that people want, and you're going to be able to get them because you've been planning this whole time. So when you see things that go on sale, like candles is a perfect gift for a lot of people. When you see candles go on sale, when you see journals go on sale, when you see things go on sale that you know the people in your life want, get them. Get them in January. Like right after Christmas, everything goes on sale because these stores are trying to get everything out of their inventory by January. Start shopping the day after Christmas. If you have a mom who's a semi-hoarder, she already know the drill. As soon as Easter is over, she goes to the store and she get all the Easter stuff for next Easter. As soon as Halloween is over, she's gonna go be at the store closing out everything 75% off for the next Halloween. For Christmas, I need you to have that same energy. As soon as Christmas is over, that next week, all right, let's get this Christmas list started. Let's see what I'm about to knock off my list for next year, and then you just put it in your closet. Bonus points. I was reading this on a post. Somebody said that their family plans for Christmas on Thanksgiving. So they have a meeting about what they're gonna do for gifts. So if you can have a meeting with your family on Christmas about next Christmas, what y'all want to do for great gifts, or what type of budget do we want to set? You know, what do you want? You can start taking notes right then, or on Thanksgiving, or whenever. But have a meeting about it, have a conversation about it, so that you actually know what people want. Some other ideas, okay? Instead of buying a gift for I'm thinking about the last one. Y'all probably not gonna like it, so yeah, stay with me and see how y'all feel about the last one. I'm very curious because I think a lot of people are gonna shoot it down, but I want you to hear me out. But we're not there yet. Okay, so the next one, y'all already know about this. Secret Santa, that's one. So instead of having to spread out your resources, spread out your money, and buy a gift for everybody, just do Secret Santa. That way, you can just focus on getting, you might be a part of a few different Secret Santas. So it's not like you're only just going to get one gift, but it's better than having to get 10 gifts, 15 gifts. Maybe you just get 3 now. Your friend circle, your family circle, and your in-law circle. And then boom, done. And in that case, you get to be really thoughtful. You get to put all of your money and your resources behind it without blowing the bank, without blowing the budget, without anybody stressing and all of that. So I love Secret Santa, but I also love white elephant gifts as well, because so many people have stuff around their house that is really high quality, that they don't need and that they don't use and that somebody else could have. So one of my friends, she would often during the summer, she would have a little party at her house. And one of the rules was that you had to bring something that you didn't want anymore. And it would be a gift for somebody who's there. So everybody would bring something and they would like sit it on the table, and then we would pull numbers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you get to pick a gift off the table. So I think that is really cute. It's really cool. It's really fun, and it reduces waste. There is so much waste because people are just buying things that people do not want and they don't need. And so if you're going to be giving people something that they don't want or they don't need anyway, what's the point of spending money on it? If you're going to go and spend some money, at least let it be on something that somebody asked for or something that you know they want. If you don't even care about what they want, then just go ahead and do that white elephant gift. Pick something nice. I have a lot of nice stuff that I don't use because my mom has no regard for what I want or what I ask for. She gonna get me what she want me to have. And a lot of times I'm not using it, but it's brand new and it's nice and it's just sitting in my closet. And that's something that I can give as a white elephant gift. And if I sit it on the table, it's not as if I'm giving it to one person. Somebody has the option to choose it or not. Okay. I feel like I'm missing some. Where did I put my doggone list? I don't know. But the final one that I'm gonna say today, I think I did 6, but I said 7. I think I might be missing one. But the 7th, oh, okay, I just remembered it. Okay, so the other one, this is number 6. Number 6 is request a personal cash coupon. And a personal cash coupon is one of my favorites. And what this is instead of getting a gift card, get a card from the dollar store or from Target or whatever, and write a note for what this is for. My favorite things to get a cash coupon, a cash card for, a personalized cash card is usually for coffee or for lunch, because people often feel guilty about buying coffee every day, and they feel guilty about eating lunch every day. So when you give somebody cash specifically to get some coffee or specifically to go to lunch, you lighten their budget burden for that month. But also, I love it. Number one, people don't use gift cards, and when they do, it encourages overspending, because if you go get some coffee and it is, you get coffee and a donut and it's 10-13, well, now you're spending more than the gift card, and it encourages you to spend even more. So I don't really like coupons. But when you give that cash, what it allows people to do is, if this is somebody who really needs that cash, they can use it. But if it's somebody who doesn't need it, guess what? Now they can pay it forward. And this gets me into my final savings tip for the holidays, and that is this one y'all might not like: re-gift. Okay, sometimes I give people something and I'm not quite sure if they want it, but it's not a big deal, because I know that if they don't want it, it can just be something that takes a future gift off their hands. So I always let them know, I'm giving you this because I really thought that it represented you. I really thought that you would like it. I thought that you would love it. But if you don't, please feel free to re-gift it. And now this person might have a gift that they love, but even if they don't, it's still a gift, because now when somebody in their life has something that's going on that requires a gift, they don't have to get it. If it's relevant, they can give that gift. And I think that also reduces waste. And I know people say, like, you shouldn't give people gifts that somebody else gave you. But I just don't agree. Like, sometimes people give me something and I'm like, oh, this would be perfect for so and so. Why put the burden on me to keep something that I don't want? Now, I'm not one of those people who think it's just the thought that counts. The thought definitely counts, but my thought counts as well. So I appreciate your thought, but I don't want your gift. And I hope that doesn't seem rude, because I don't want it to come off as rude, but I think it's, for me, I'm not gonna give people what they want all the time, although that's my preference. Number one, first and foremost, I want to give people what they want. But sometimes I probably just didn't ask, or I don't know, or it's too late, and I get them something that I think they would want. But if it's not, I open the door to regifting, and I think that that should always be there as an option. So let me try. Yeah, I'm on this live stream, so I can't really see. Let me go. Let me go to Instagram and look and see what's going on over there. But if it's not, I open the door to regifting. And I think that that should always be there as an option. All right, so I don't have any questions on the live feed now, but if you guys have any questions about what I said, if you have any comments about what I said, if you agree or if you disagree with what I said, let me know in the comments, because I'm ready to get into it. I want to talk about it. Now, y'all know, you don't have to accept what I'm saying, and you don't have to move how I'm saying. This is just an option. These are just some ideas, and you might not be open to them now, but maybe, a year from now or 2 years from now, you're like, you know what? Tasha was right. Let me get on these tips. I need to change the way that I'm saving. I need to change the way that I'm spending. I need to change the way that I'm giving gifts, because this is really hurting my pockets. A lot of times we give gifts based on our income, when we really need to be looking at the assets. Because when you look at the bank account, the math is not mathing. Yes, the money is coming in, but the assets are not stacking up. And so every time that you are buying, it's taking money away from your future. It's taking money away from your legacy. And I don't want to hear anything about an abundance mindset, or that when you're afraid to spend, that means that you have a lack mentality. I want you thinking about, what is the path of least resistance to get to the goal that you have. A true abundance mindset will let you know that there isn't a dollar in the world that you can spend that will make you more worthy, more deserving, or more abundant than you already are. So how about we find some balance, and you being responsible with your budget, and really feeling worthy enough to stand 10 toes down on what you have to do to accomplish your financial future. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.